If you're one of the people that drives around every day, then you probably need gas for your car, and you've probably noticed the rising gas prices. My name is Lydia Starling, and today I'm going to go over supply and demand with you. I learned this topic from my macroeconomics class, and I think it's important so that everyone knows the basics of our economy. So to continue on, let's start with the basics. What is supply and demand? Supply and demand is the amount of a product or service available to buyers and the desire of the product by the buyers. We consider this as a factor when it comes to regulating the price. So, to further explain, when the demand for a product goes up, so does the price. And typically, when the demand for a product goes down, the price will go down as well. Now that our basics are out of the way, let me give you some examples as to how this affects your everyday life. One of the most common examples we see nowadays is the rising prices in gas. The prices of gas have risen an average 12 cents per gallon due to the increasing price of crude oil for 15% per barrel. This means that because gas is such high demand nowadays, the price of it has to rise. At the beginning of the pandemic, the demand for toilet paper was skyrocketing through the roof. It spiked an average 845% due to the demand. So that means that some of the people that were trying to get their hands on the toilet paper were paying outrageous prices for it. One of our most common supply and demand relationships that we see nowadays are the demand for truck drivers. About 72% of our freight in the US is moved by trucks, and truck drivers in the US are short about 8,000 drivers. This means that a bunch of the products we use and see and need for our day-to-day lives can't get to us due to the low supply of truck drivers, even though the demand for them is really high. So, to wrap up our lesson, we need to understand that supply and demand that we now know from our previous examples impact our everyday lives, from simple things that we use, such as toilet paper or gas to go to and from places, as well as the truck drivers who get us our food, our medical equipment. Anything we use is pretty much moved by truck drivers, and we need it. So hopefully this helps you to know more about how our economy works and how it affects our daily lives.